Dude, mega L internet. What the hell? So annoying. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna worry about that right now. Let's just commit this. And we'll push it. I'm not gonna open a PR yet. Let's close this guy, close this guy. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay, it didn't do the superpowers app, which is annoying to me because we were supposed to like plan this whole feature out first because it's pretty big. But let's see what it did. I think if I was going to do anything on stream to like try and monetize my stuff for the people that view it, but this would be like a longer term thing, would be kind of the opposite of what Matt did, the Bridgemind guy, is right. He pivoted to selling tools to the viewers. Right, selling dev tools to the viewers, which is great, right? He's making great money, I think. Good for him. I think that if I was going to sell anything to viewers at any point in the future, it would be maybe like the stack that I built my SaaS on, my successful SaaS on, and B, maybe coaching or partnerships or something on how to market that app and like start making money to non-live viewers. Yeah. Like, would people buy something like Build Soku, like this agent thing? Maybe. I don't know. I just haven't thought that far, to be honest, because I want to build the thing that I want to build. But if I ever did anything, it would be more like either coaching or partnerships or like consulting on. It's probably more consulting on what you should do to market the app that you've already built, because I think like the building part is actually super easy nowadays. Automator, what did you say? If you don't try and monetize this audience, you're doing it wrong, in my humble opinion. I agree, but anything under 100 viewers is kind of hard to sell to. The value of the code app software is collapsing before our eyes. Distribution is all that is left. Yeah, and so that's exactly where my point is. So I built this in like less than a month, right? And so if I can do it, like anyone can literally go back on the stream and watch almost everything that I did to build this, because I built it in almost real time. There's been a couple things that I built off stream, but it's like this app is not my mode, right? It's not what's going to make me 20 mil. It's just not. And so with a caveat, the one thing I think that the Bridgemind guy did is like he's got a community of people that just like want to support him, whether they're gonna like use every building in public is trying to hawk some Tmux launcher though. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm not that guy, you know? It's like, bro, I'll give you this for free. I don't care. It's like you could build this in a month if you wanted to, with the right set of tools and a right set of brain power. And it's like you could but it's drawing eyeballs. Yeah. What was I saying? I was going on a tangent there for a second. It was really relevant. You said, what'd you say? Oh, the value of the coding app is there, but it's collapsing. So I built this in like a month, right? A couple days ago, if not just like yesterday or 2 days ago. GitHub Copilot Desktop, I think, is what it is. Right, so this is basically the same thing as what BridgeMind is, what Mine is. It's more similar to Mine because Mine has like Git operations too, and like you can see like all the branches and stuff of what you're doing, open PRs, all that stuff. I don't know if his does that, but this is basically the native version of that for GitHub Copilot, right? And I foresee you know, Codex kind of has something like it. Codex has something like it. Claude has something kind of like it. You know, Claude obviously has Claude Code, which these run in the cloud or in, you know, whatever. But so the problem with these is like you can't see your changes in real time. So if I wanted to sit here and build out a new feature, I would have to do it in here, wait for it to finish, come into my VS Code, pull down that branch, start the dev server. Like now I can just do that from all in one spot, right? In parallel with lots of different features, right? If I could have, technically I could have up to 10 different, or 9 to 10 different terminal windows in here and do it all in real time. But, you know, I foresee people building something like this out because GitHub literally just did it. So, but what you said something earlier too. The value, yes. Every building in public is trying to hawk, yes. No, but it's drawing eyeballs. Someone said something else just a minute ago. You should customize your Claude Code status line. Someone said something else. I can't remember. Basically, the distribution is the moat, right? So like having an audience of people that have similar interests. And so that I think that's the thing that a lot of people are missing. And myself included, right? I'm no expert in marketing. Like I used to run a marketing and sales agency back in 2023 and absolutely cranked. It didn't have anything to do with software. It was more like infopreneur, info coaching stuff. Absolutely cranked. Was like making $90K a month for myself and my clients. I never made $90K in the bank. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I made $90K. My best month for one of my clients was $90K. And I took a percentage of that. So I know a lot about marketing, but I don't know a lot about marketing my own thing. And so that's kind of like the journey that I want to go on with Soku, is proper marketing of my own apps, like in front of an audience that also wants to sell apps to people, you know? And if some of my viewers end up liking the apps that I build, you know, maybe I'll give them away for free. Maybe I don't know. But yeah. The BridgeMind guy is super annoying. I saw a BridgeMind kid forked Hermes and reskinning it, trying to sell it as his own. It's actually insane to see people giving him money. Check out CMux or Herder once. T3 code already exists, or Codex app, Claude. Yeah, you were saying this about what I was saying earlier with GitHub. Every app's code function already exists. There's no new and innovative apps that don't exist. Every app's just a new skin or reskin of another concept, in my opinion. If people learn that UI and distribution is more important than functions or monetization, the dev and the app stores will probably become AI slop. Yeah, that's the thing about AI in general, right? As of right now, it can only do things that have already been done, right? So if you ask it to do something that is like very ingenuitive, it's going to have a hard time. You're going to have to use your own brain, right? And probably do some of your own coding. Like, it can't come up with new concepts. So like even this, right? It's just a bunch of different things that already exist in one place. For me, it's just ease of access. Which is why I don't really have any plans of selling it. Because it's like, dude, this is just my preferred workflow. And even Quigago the other day was saying something like this. He said that most developers have their own preferred way of like development lifecycle, or like their process, or like their ways of working. And so like this probably wouldn't work for him. This probably wouldn't work for Quigago because he likes to do things differently. AI is only as smart as people that came before it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so I need to look at this preview though. So now if we go into here, we should have can I just recall this? I do like this feature. Ooh, oh nice. So we have the agent tab in here, which is for like Claude Code. A little plus button. And we should have a little terminal, a little cutie terminal. Very nice. I like that because sometimes like I'll need to do like a npm install in here while this agent is running, and I don't want to like cancel out the terminal and then like do an install on this work tree or branch or whatever. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I like that a lot. And it did like the styling pretty cool too. What did it do it for Warcraft? It's not terrible. What about the normal one? Yeah, it's great. Can't complain. All right, bro, I'm gonna go back to building. If you're still streaming in like 40 minutes, I'll be back. All right, buddy. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Go crush whatever feature you were trying to build out, big dog. Be easy. All right, so that's sick. I'm gonna commit that and then probably be, I said this last week, but probably be done with this app, dude, because I just don't want to work on it anymore. All right, we'll commit this, push it to remote, and I think I can actually do a new PR from in here. Hey Chase, what's the design influence for Soku? This is the top. This is a level 5 priority secret. I can't tell you unless you promise, swear to God, hand on the Bible, that you won't divulge my information. Swear it. Swear to me. What was that GIF? Like a swear to me GIF or something. Swear to me. What was it? So a lot of the design influence for this theme, and even like, I wonder if it'll let me do this now. Launch Soku.io. For even this, comes almost directly from another app, another website, and you're going to see how very similar it is. I don't even know if I should tell you, because it's like giving away my secrets. I actually don't care. It's called, no, I can't remember. Shoot, I literally just had a massive brain fart. Temporal.io. I ripped the grid and the stars from them, actually. I use this software, and so I was desperately in love with this theme, and so I built my app based on it. Which Claude, Playwright, and a little creative prompting did magical wonders, dude. Obviously, I had to like go back and forth with it and like get it to where I liked it, change some things or whatever. But Temporal.io, if you want to make your app look like this, use Playwright. I appreciate that, big dog. I like it. I like the retro, early 80s, 70s synthwave vibe. If I could, I would play on stream like a band I literally just listened to it earlier. It's called The Midnight. Bro, this music slaps my absolute little tiny grapes. Every one of these bands in here slaps grapes, dog. Like, I guess I could play it. It's not like I'm gonna monetize this stuff. I don't know how that works. Last time I streamed real music on YouTube, they shut me down. So I'm actually not going to do that. But go listen to the Midnight Radio. This is one of my favorite. Oh yeah, he knows. He knows. He actually knows. Yeah, that sax dude gets me every time. Yeah, okay. Because I want to say, like, last time the live stream of the music that I'm listening to right now turned off and it switched to a different channel, and it was copyrighted, and so YouTube like shut me down immediately. So I'm not going to play this, but you have to trust that it's good if you haven't listened to it yet. All right, so no open PRs. Oh man, I thought that I could open it from in here, but it did lead me to the GitHub page with the correct build, whatever. What was this called? Workspace, multi-tab terminal. Create pull request. I want to be able to do all this from within Soku, like from within here, and like see all this stuff. But these don't matter. It's just for like different Windows stuff. I just don't care. So we're gonna merge that in there. We're gonna come in back into Build Soku, go back into Workspace and pull main. Get some the new changes, and then the one thing that I can't do in Build Soku yet is build a new version of Build Soku. I actually don't know how to update apps with like a button. I have to Google that. Like on the web, it makes sense to me. You can just do different versions. If there's a new version that's not saved in like local storage or cookie storage or something like that, then display like a little update button and it'll pull like the new version down. But I don't know how to do that for a desktop app. So the only way I know how to do it right now, or the way I've been doing it, is from within VS Code. I guess I could do it in here now. Well, not in this one, but and then just building a new version of the app with Tari. Need to call home. What does that mean? Have releases tied to the call on the site. Would it be like within, I assume it's going to be within like Git versioning. So you'll have like your releases over here. Wait, did this not? No, I don't care about that. You'll have your versions over here, or your releases, and you'll probably make a call to GitHub maybe, and it'll pull those changes down. But how do you do it without like downloading a whole new app? I do need to quit this. Because right now it's like I have to quit the app like I just did, and then this is going to come up with like your installer, and I'm going to have to drag and drop it into applications. This is on a Mac, by the way. It's just how I've been doing it. Drag and drop to the applications folder and then click replace, right? Once this finishes right here. I think back to what we were talking about earlier, though, don't know why people give other people money for like the agent UI based apps like I'm building with BuildSoku. I actually don't understand that. Like, why would anyone pay for this? Replace. All right, now I can go back in here. Aplicaciones. BuildSoku. Nice. You can do it to a release page on GitHub. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have to try and do that because I don't like doing it the way I'm doing it right now. I'll have to look into that. A fool is easily parted with his money. If you don't respect your money, the money won't respect you. Something like that. All right. Is that it, dude? Is that what we're doing right now? Also, I got this mug when I was in Japan. Apparently, it's a symbol for strength. Super dope, actually. I love Asian culture, to be honest. Spent most of my life over there before I was 21-ish. Also, I was working with a client. Quigago, you might get a kick out of this. I was working with one of my web clients or whatever, and they own. I'm gonna try not to divulge too much information because, yeah. Anyways, they own like a peptide / supplement company. And they were like, oh, it'd be nice if we could like do some sort of like marketing thing. And so I built them a peptide calculator with Claude. And so it pulls in, it's not only peptides, by the way, but it pulls in like different items from their store and like shows the strength that they have like in stock. And you can do like the standard dose, increase, advance, or custom, or whatever. And it'll tell you like what level to pull your syringe to, which is kind of sick. And I sold this to them with there was some additional work too that I was doing on their site for a pretty good amount of money, to be honest. All right. Payne, is your last name or first name Bot or something like that? Because your alias is so funny, dude. I just read it like the whole thing for the first time. That's so funny, dude. It's actually hilarious. Oh yeah, your last name is Bat. That's hilarious, dude. All right, what's next, boys? it's like I want to get started on the post Soku app. That's so funny, dog. This is where the real money would be for AI. It won't be viral apps. It'll be people's ability to do what only large companies' teams can pull off now. Yeah, it's like, I was actually thinking, like, there's so many peptide companies out there right now. I could sell that same thing I just showed on screen. I could sell this for like $1,000 a pop, I think, if I just did like cold outreach to these different peptide companies. And it's like, hey, I built this peptide calculator. It really helps for people knowing what dosages to use. It gives people a reason to go to your app. It gives your affiliates a reason to like talk about it, and you can have like a little link here that goes to your store or something like that. It could be a good lead magnet kind of thing. So I think I could probably sell it to people for like $1,000, and they would like cough it up. Chase, what do you think are the folks who pay for vibe coded stuff when they can do this themselves with their own domain expertise? Is it just marketing that's the moat? I think it is, dude. I think marketing's the new moat. Cause like I've said this on previous streams, like building isn't impressive anymore, right? Like if I would have built this in 2015, people would have lost their minds. Cause like there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on here. But like building this in 2026, like it's like, okay, yeah, dude, that's cool. You just like 5 prompts got me here. And everyone, like the people who know how to build know that, right? Like it's not hard to get here. You just have to have an idea and explain it thoroughly. Obviously there was some other stuff. Whoa! There's some other stuff that goes into this, but to answer your question, marketing, I think marketing's the moat, dude. Which is why, like my journey on this stream, it's like I don't really want to focus on the building too much, right? Because again, I'm good at marketing stuff. I know a lot of marketing things. I know how to get stuff in front of people, but I haven't done it for my own software yet. And so if I could get to 100K MRR, let's just say, if and when, for a real app that serves real people that aren't on stream, I think that's what I could sell to people, right? Because I don't want to just stream for nothing, to be honest. Like, I want to help people along the way and like see people, or help people like see my journey and what I'm going, like how I got to where I'm going to get to, and like create a cool community and hang out with the bros and stuff like that. But it's like I want to learn skills along the way too, right? It's like I don't know everything. And when I learn the skills and have evidence to prove of those skills, maybe I could help someone else do that too, right? And for any of the homies that have their own apps and we're here from like day one and stuff, like let's just rock and roll together, build some evidence, you know, a couple really good testimonials, and then maybe we partner on that shit and like start selling it like crazy. You know, I don't know. I think marketing, like revenue flow, there's a fairly new job title out there called revenue operations, and it's like the middleman between marketing and sales, and like they make all of like the big data flow decisions on like how the pipeline, they handle everything after the lead kind of comes in from marketing, whether it's inbound or outbound, and they'll point that contact, the lead, the deal to where it needs to go, and then they'll track it, right? They'll track the numbers. And so that's a lot of what I want to do. That's why I have in Launch Soku, that's why I have HubSpot hooked up to it, so that we can track everything from day one. I actually think I could sell Launch Soku, which is like, obviously I don't think to anyone in chat right now, but again, I said this on earlier streams too. It's like anyone who's here for my origin stories, like any of the homies, like I've got 320 followers. Like, let's be real. I'm just like staying consistent, building cool stuff. Yeah. Why not build something for RevOps folks? I think that's part of what I want this journey to turn into is figuring out what I'll need. You know, and I have some people in this software industry, like B2B SaaS industry, that are like RevOps people that I can like talk to. And a lot of them say the thing that most SaaS companies need as far as B2B goes is basically like a templatized process of lead flow A to Z. Like everyone's kind of just shooting from the hip, which I think that could actually crank numbers, right? Especially if I have evidence that I did it in my own app. Because that's what I want, dude. It's like I've done this for other people. I've marketed info products. I've marketed smaller SaaS communities, stuff like that. But I think it would be really relevant if I did it in the SaaS space. But that's it's not a bad idea. Build something for RevOps people. All right, so I think this is in here now. This is like the main one. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Sweet, and it follows the same work tree, which is dope. Yeah, so Payne, I'm kind of already thinking about doing that because like in the Launch Soku stack, right? In the Launch Soku stack, I have right now it's Go High Level, but I changed it to HubSpot actually for the CRM, and I have PostHog for feature analytics, obviously Resend for emails, and yeah, and so I need to change this to HubSpot, but HubSpot, Resend, and PostHog kind of work together for marketing decisions. So I'm gonna like go on that journey with my own app, and you know, maybe it'll turn into something else as time goes on, but like that's kind of like my theory right now. You have to start from what you know and then build based out of necessity, right? And you don't know what you don't know unless you work for someone who knows something you don't. But like solopreneurs, solo founders, they don't know, right? They're not partnering with anyone. You know, the best business partnerships, in my opinion, are the ones that your partner is good at something that you're not good at. You know, if you have two people that are good at the same thing, what's the purpose, right? You're gonna have different opinions on that same thing, versus someone who's good at sales, and then someone who's good at marketing, and then someone who's good at software. Let's just say, like that's the most harmonious business partnership is someone who can build it, someone who can tell people about it, and then someone else who can sell it, right? But solo founders have a good idea and they don't know how to sell it. They don't know how to tell people about it. So building tools along the way to help people do that, I think it is a cool idea, which is kind of like what you're saying. Also, yesterday, I wouldn't say it's a humble brag, but I think some people might know this. about 7 months ago. How long ago was it? How many months since? I think it was 8 months. I had a really bad motorcycle accident and I ruptured my patellar tendon and was like, I had 2 different surgeries on my knee. And the doctors, this is going back to the peptide stuff. The doctors were like, bro, you won't run for at least 15 to 18 months. You won't squat heavy for 2 years. Like light agility work, maybe 9 months. And they were telling me that for about 3 or 4 months. And as soon as I got injured, as soon as I got the surgery, I hopped on peptides. I got on TB500 and BPC 157. And yesterday, let me see if I can find the video. Oh, wait. We're gonna find the one where I was like outside. I can't find it. But I was like out of commission for a long time. This is like a couple days after the surgery. Really bad. I don't want to show you all like the graphic ones. This was like the atrophy of my knee, of my leg, like the size difference. Big ol' surgery there, big ol' surgery there. What else? Let's see. This was, oh dude, it's so bad. Ooh, it's hard to look at sometimes. So nasty. All right, it's gross. Let me see. Anyways, so I couldn't squat basically anything for the longest time. But yesterday, I did 405 for a really deep 1 rep. And this is 8 months. This is 8 months in. Wait, what? I didn't think I was going to be able to do this for like 2 years. Felt so good. Yeah, 157 and TB500, dude, are like, they saved my leg for sure. For sure. I genuinely don't think that I'd be back to where I am now without them. And before this, I like no needles at all. Like I'm not a needle guy. So, if y'all ever have injuries, y'all should look up peptides, especially if you're getting older. All right, where are we at? I think you need to come up with a game plan of like what I want to do next. And like how I'm going to start. We need to start a peptides company. Yeah, my buddy just started one. I'm not going to say who it is because the FDA is clapping people's cheeks. I think it's called BioPoint. BioPoint Peptides. He's not cranking just yet, but they make some good money. not a bad website. Yeah, some of these peptide companies absolutely crank, dude. Yeah. Anyways, I think what I need to do is I just gotta start building out my V1 app of Soku. I do need to change this though. We'll do a new work tree, chore. Oh no, not again. Okay, let's go chore, change, update, marketing page. I need to update the marketing page in the Launch Soku app to change it from GHL to HubSpot, and I'll provide you a file path to the HubSpot logo that you should replace wherever applicable. But you should use that file path and copy a new version into the Launch Soku repo into the assets folders under marketing. All right, let's go find that little cutie. Where are you? I'm so sorry. Call this HubSpot. Whoa, where'd you go? SVG? No. I like this one. It's 1.6 megabytes though. Let's do a little tiny PNG action. Make that a little smaller. Let's try one more time. See what happens. 208. Let's try one more time. See what happens. Okay, this is not. No, we're not doing that. All right. Sick. I need to check something out real quick. Are you dropping, Brat? I appreciate you dropping in, dog. We'll see you around. There we go. Those are SVGs though. Oh, I think that I used, actually, I'm remembering now. Quigago told me this is the problem. This is the one thing I don't like about my app is like the files view is pretty dookie. I don't really like it. I'll go to marketing, public. Source, app, is it in components? Landing. No, I think it's probably going to be in. No, actually it will be in here. Rail icon. Simple icon. I wonder if Simple Icons has HubSpot. Simple icons. Oh wait, they do. Wait, do they? Oh, they do. Instead of using our PNG, let's just use simple icons like the other ones. Go ahead and remove the HubSpot PNG from the application so it doesn't load unnecessary assets that aren't being used. Let's see if it knows that I was using the actual simple icons package or not. I wonder. Let's go to GoDaddy or maybe Namecheap, namecheap.com. Cleanpipeline.com. Wait. Yeah, I thought that might be more expensive. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you shitting on me right now? Dude, that's insane actually. Also, I don't know if y'all heard that in the background. I did. But I added notifications in here, so now I know when it's done, which is so sick. Because I would have been like, if I wouldn't have heard that little ding in the background, I would have just been like doing my shit in here. But now I know it's done, so I can go back in here and check. Okay, now renders from the simple icons package like the other tools. Don't I have this already running in here? No, I don't. preview. Start. Wait. Why isn't this starting? I need to add debug logs in here. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, you know what I think it probably is? It's probably a PnPm install, which is why I created this terminal. That's probably what it was. Let's see. Another cool feature about this is if the prompt requires me to interact with it, like the agent under the hood requires me to interact with it, it turns to yellow. So it knows I need to go back to so I know I need to go back to the terminal, and it's waiting for me to say something, which I need to make it show up in here now that there's two terminals. So I have to like do some input data in here. But let's see if that was it. Nope. Let's go in here and see what happens when I do PnPm start. PnPm dev. Well, something I've broken with that little start button. I don't really care. I don't want to work on it right now, to be honest. Let's see. I just want to see those changes. I want to see two things, actually. I want to see 3001, which is the marketing site. Or was it started somewhere else? 3002. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's why. Because it's already running. Huh? doesn't make sense to me. Is another one of these running somewhere? No? Well, whatever. It changed it, which is nice. Another thing I wanted to see is this API. So now I can go in here to the APIs, and with my local host, I can set the environment to 3. Which one's the API on? Preview, terminal. The API is on. Where are you? 5,000? It's probably 5,002. So I can go to API, set it to 5,002. And then go back into requests and do health. It's going to pull the base URL in automatically. Send. Bummer! Oh wait, cannot get /health. Oh, because in the environments, there's a / in here. So in here, probably just go, which one makes more sense? Probably this. Get rid of this one. Requests, send it. Sweet. So now we can do new API endpoints inside our app and test them inside of BuildSoku, which is dope, without having to push to staging, without having to open Postman, which is cool because before I would have like all of this stuff, right? So now we have like our per project Postman inside of BuildSoku, which is dope. And another cool feature, this is actually really dope. Shoot, what was it? Where is it? Oh, docs. So I have AI under the hood. This is actually really cool. You can do this per endpoint, right? That you paste in here, or that you discover, that you add in. You can do a regenerate, or I wish I could clear this, but it basically gives you Claude's or whatever its description of what that is. So it's basically like developer docs for that endpoint specifically, right? It'll tell you what the request is supposed to be like. It'll tell you, so this is a good example. So patch admin, I probably shouldn't show you guys this. Let's go here. I already did that one. Let's go to another one. Let's go discover, uncheck. Let's do credits ledger. Yeah, docs. Generate. Oh man, can't see it in real time. Why isn't that working? Yours is just working. Maybe I gotta pull main. Oh wait, this doesn't have like the Claude and stuff in there. Why doesn't it have that? Why would that have it in there? Why wouldn't it have it in there? This is the main build. Generate's not working. All right, well, let me just go in here and fix it real quick. Go back to API platform. This is one thing I love about this app is like I can go back to this conversation and resume. This is actually really dope. I can go back and resume this conversation that I used to build this feature with from where I left off. And I think it'll ask me like to, resume from summary. So this doesn't fill up like the whole context. Resume from summary. It does take some time to compact the conversation, but it's worth it. I also want to remove this to just like on hover. Actually, that's another feature I want to build out real quick while we're here. Chore. Branch. Name. Hide. Hide branch renaming. Save. Claude. Change to permissions. Right now in the work tree cards, there's the feature, chore, fix, branch name, save buttons that allows users to select which type of branch name they want. But if the branch name already has work on it and renaming is locked, I don't want to show the various buttons that aren't applicable, and I don't want to show the message of this branch already has work, renaming locked. I just want to show whatever folder button it's in, obviously grayed out and disabled, or just disabled, not grayed out, just disabled. But the other ones should be hidden, as well as the save button. And the branch name field should be, the branch name input should be changed to just like a basic text field that shows the actual branch name, so that users aren't confused why those buttons are still there, even though they can already, or even though they can't edit it. In this MR, I also want to remove the what is this called over here? What would this be called? Feature branch name. Feature branch name in the header of the card, because it will now be redundant. So the feature branch name that's next to the terminal, preview, API, and files button should be removed and be replaced by this new UI. Okay, so now this is going to go away, like this area right here, because you can't see it anyways unless it's like bigger. and it'll be replaced by feature and then branch name right here. My buddy is sending me texts of how to, whether or not he should. My buddy's trying to figure out whether he should get a nose ring on the left side or the right side. So I merged this work into main and regenerated the build. But on various different projects in the API tab for the various different API endpoints that I have discovered and added to the project, the docs tab shoot. Generate button on the docs tab doesn't currently work, and under the drop down that's kind of annoying. Next to the Discover button, it only shows deterministic and doesn't allow the option for Claude, Codex, or Gemini, which I think is the root of the problem. But the Generate Docs button should work for any API endpoint that is in that view. Interesting. Is there a better way and a more deterministic way to know whether or not the user has the various different AI CLIs installed? Could it be an option in the settings panel to where you can select and deselect whichever ones you want to be used within the app? Would that be a better solution for this? that go. Yo, what up, Aeon? What's good, dog? Dude, I know I slacked off. I went to help my dad build a pool deck around his above ground pool over the weekend and just got kind of busy, and I got out of the I ended my streak on accident over the weekend, and it was like, dude, got to get back into it. So I streamed, I want to say like 2 days ago, and then life and stuff, it wasn't, I guess, the top priority, but back on it. Yes, back on it, trying to keep the streak alive. It's one of those things where it's like I want to say I streamed every day for 35 days in a row, and then I went over the weekend to help my dad, and I like ended the streak. And so getting back into like starting back from day one of the streak was like bummer. All right. How should AI engine selection work going forward? Auto detect via version probe, more reliable than which, plus a settings section per engine, enable disable toggles, test button. I like that idea. Just replace which with bin version. I like this. I like the settings. Yeah, this is probably your first break, but good, not a big problem. Everything needs a little bit of breaks for growing more, as you know. In bodybuilding, rest matters a lot. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm highly motivated by achievements, though. And so, I really wanted to get to 100 days. Well, actually, when I first started, I was like, I'm going to stream every day for the foreseeable future. And when it came down to it, you know, my dad needed help. He lives about 2 hours away. We work from dawn to dusk. And I brought my computer, but yeah, rest is important for sure. All right. Which one was this one? Oh, this change right here. I'm worried about changing this. We'll just commit, push that, go into Git, new PR. Why does it keep opening over there? What branch is that on? Hide branch renaming. Let's go ahead and merge that. Yeah, by the way, the launch Soku is live for how many days? I actually don't know. It's been on there for, well, it's not live. It's still in the get notified phase. I haven't pushed any traffic to it just because, like, it's kind of like a side thing. I don't know. I haven't promoted it anywhere though. If you want to try it out, if you want to like download it and like try and build your own app on top of it, I'm more than happy to give you the source code. I'm not particularly. Yeah, it's like a beta version. So if anyone wants to try this out and like build their own app on top of it, see what bottlenecks you have, see how hard it is to get started, I love the feedback. So yeah, it's meant to be really easy to set up and get going from like 0 to 90, 95. That was the whole purpose. I'm afraid if I start this, it's gonna like poo on my stream again. My computer's just slow and it requires a lot of bandwidth to do this, so we'll try it. Hopefully it doesn't kill the stream though. right, so now if we go into here, let's go into build Soku and do I guess we'll recall this one. Wait, which one is this? What? That's weird. I guess we can go in here. Did that? We'll go in here. Are you a drummer? Those slaps were on point. Was I like beating on the table or something to the beat? I'm fairly musical. I have a music background. Before I was doing dev stuff, I was audio engineer and production and stuff like that. Let's do a new work tree, and we'll call it. So this is supposed to be removed. We'll do chore and then say test branch. Okay, we'll clear this and we'll make a change on here just to files, index, and was that a code comment in here or something? Save. Now we go back into, so it didn't work. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, it did. So now it's, okay, that's perfect. Shouldn't be able to change that. I don't think it should be a text input field. It should just be text. So I need to change that real quick. Right now, when the branch name is locked, the branch name shows up in the input field and it is appropriately locked, but I don't want it to be an input field anymore. It should just be text. And maybe it should be the different color text based on the theme that it's in. Okay. Hey, are you getting your VPS up and running? I didn't get it up and running yet, dude. I haven't looked at it again. It was like another red herring to me. Like another what was it? What did I call it the other day? A side quest. The side well, for what I wanted to build it for, right? The little animations and stuff. I was like, dude, you're gonna spend 4 or 5 days building this out. I need to do it though, because I need to get on the VPS. Because that was the whole point of me doing that, because I wanted to learn how to use and operate and build on a VPS. So I need to get back on that. Okay. So now if I go back here, it should be, okay, perfect. That's what I want. Sweet. Now that's like the UI is cleaned up. All right, commit that. Sweet. Go ahead and push that. And go back in here. Refresh this little cutie. Go to pull requests. It should have showed up in here. New. Hide? Yeah, hide branch renaming. Go ahead and create. Push that in there. Let's go ahead and commit this. Fix, generate, plus CLI discovery. Go ahead and push that. Come back in here, pull requests, compare, create. Hopefully there's no conflicts. There shouldn't be. Go ahead and merge that. All right, let's go back into this one. We'll close out of this dev terminal real quick. We'll get a pull. Pulled six commits, which is sick. We'll go pnpm install, pnpm tari build. Go ahead and quit this. Go ahead and quit this. Wait for this to build, and then I'll update it. While this is doing that, I need to do something kind of off screen real quick. Let me see something real quick. Two 274-176 3557 3557. Yeah, that should work. All right. Oh, shoot. The whole point was to not show that? So now I need to go into documents. Where is this? Replace. All right, let's see if that works now. So now we can go to Launch Soku, go into, nice, we have this, which is sick. API, we'll make that bigger. Ledger, docs, generate. Dang it. Not found on path. I guess I don't understand how it's trying to find these. Let me just ask it real quick. We'll go into Build Soku, API platform. For the AI CLI discovery and docs generation, how are the CLIs currently being looked for? I know that they're in the path for the Macs specifically, but currently they all show as not found. Even though I know for a fact they're all installed. Quigago, you working on anything cool recently? Out of ideas for fun stuff? Dude, I feel that sometimes, dude. It's like you run out of inspiration for things. And like you can only do hobby stuff for so long, right? Before you're like, all right, dude, what am I wasting my time and wasting my tokens on or for? I get that. Which is why I really want to start upskilling, right? And having evidence-based outcomes on the marketing side of things. It's like building just isn't too impressive anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if I built this, or like the one that you built, shoot, what was yours called? Started with a D, I think. Hold on, it'll come to me. Will it come to me? Clanker. Right, if you'd have built Clanker 7 years ago, by hand, so impressive. I mean, obviously it's still impressive, but like not as much as before. This is probably just a fix for my machine, which is always hard. But yeah, it's an absolute path, which I don't like, but it's just for me, so. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. All right, if we get this working, that'll be sick. Also, this Sunday, I think I'm going to go to the dirt bike track. There's just one. Shoot, what's it called? River Valley. think I'm gonna, oh sweet. I'm gonna go here on Sunday. I might live stream like my practice session, like on like a GoPro or something. I don't even know if I could do that. But it'd probably be on like the mobile view though. It'd be kind of cool though. One of my buddies went out to this one on, I think this past week, and he like put up a little short. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's this guy. He did like a beginner's race. Which I thought was really cool. I think with if I could get the GoPro hooked up to like the streaming software, it wouldn't be too bad as far as like motion sickness goes. This is pretty steady. I don't know, I kind of want to like start live streaming other stuff too, not just dev, because like, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool. All right, let's try this real quick. Go into launch. Go out of here. Go API. Make this a little bigger. Go into Ledger. Docs. Generate. Still broken. I don't know. I might have to. Yeah, I gotta do some more figuring out on why this is happening. That's a bummer. I wonder if it's because yeah, I didn't think there was anything in there. Let's do health. Go in here. Yeah, this isn't gonna work either. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure out later. Anyways, I'm gonna bounce off of here, boys. I'm gonna try and figure out that path thing later so I can like show you guys like the docs generation shit, but I'll try and live stream that tomorrow. Maybe even later on tonight, I don't know. But I'm gonna slide. I appreciate y'all hanging out, joining, hanging out, chatting with me. I'm gonna try and hit the gym before it gets too late. I think it's chest day today. International chest day for the second day in a row. Actually, yesterday I did legs, but anyways, I'm gonna bounce, boys. I appreciate y'all hanging, as always. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.